Yeah, there's like a 5-minute Remi only time.
Ooh, nice. Well, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Go for it.
Ready. Been
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Okay. No countdown. Just everyone stay calm and peaceful. Hello and welcome to Stretch Goal Cast, your podcast for the latest in crowdfunded video games on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Steam Early Access, and more. My name is Remi Storms.
I'm Justin Nichols.
Hello, I'm Clinton Ma.
And I am Jared Wuerzburger.
Awesome. Well, this is our 11th episode, and as usual, we have three main topics, followed by the speed round, in which we talk briefly about a couple of games and stuff. And finally, we have our wrap-up, which includes our playlist. So why don't we start with our first main topic? Jared is going to talk about a game called Robots on the Line.
Hey, thanks, Remi. Robots on the Line. I guess it's kind of weird that we're starting off on a board game kick, but Robots on the Line is a robot building board game. And I kind of saw this at the corner of my eye, and I know robots and this kind of stuff's kind of up and coming, and it's kind of like the new vampire movie thing. But Robots on the Line is kind of unique. The story, the background for Robots on the Line is it's supposedly a board game where you're running, or there is a factory that are producing robots, and at this factory, you're going to be refurbishing pieces of random parts to create these robots, and the goal then is to sell these handcrafted machinery robots. And that object is to sell these robots to eager buyers, and every dollar that is earned is a point at the end of the game. So a buyer will only purchase these. Here's the catch: the buyer will only purchase these once, and/or if his requirements are met for those robots. And then if they are completely met, they'll even give you bonus cash. And so there's cards that have these buyers on them and their associated requirements. The game then ends if a player builds 4 robots, and I'm guessing, and at least some of the requirements are met, or there are no more robot part tiles left in the game, based on how many players are playing. And I think this doesn't have a minimum player. I'm guessing it's 2. I think it plays well with 4. Currently on Kickstarter, they have 580. Let me pull this up. 580 total backers, right? Pledge total of right now 32,787 towards a $40,000 goal. So they're well on their way. We're 84, 85% of the way. Got 23 days to go. I don't really feel like this is something that isn't gonna make 2 to 4 players, 60-minute total game time, 12 ages 12 or above. The video is pretty interesting. They kind of outlay the entire project. It's really well made. There are people of all ages playing, which I think is kind of unique for some of the board games on Kickstarter we've seen. Usually it's people in their mid-20s, early 30s, and there's always a giant can of Coke on the table and tons of munchies. And this is like the exact opposite. Like, this is a kind of a clean approach. There are some older people playing. It's been play tested with quite a few older people. So I'm excited at the prospect of this. I'm kind of on a board game kick lately. So, but what are your guys' initial impressions on this?
It's annoyingly cheerful, the video. No, it's well done. But yeah, it's like super happy Kickstarter video, which is good. I think they kind of are marketing towards like a very sort of family-friendly type of board game.
Which I guess they don't really do too much of on Kickstarter, right? We don't see it. We don't see it marketed that. Maybe that was the idea. Well, let's market towards an area that's a good point. It is it is a little. It's pretty happy-go-lucky. But Remi likes it, don't you, Remi?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the project as soon as I saw it. I do like happiness. Sorry, but I do like happiness. I know Justin is all against
Why?
happiness, but
No, no, no.
no. Other than the song, which is it's kind of catchy. This song. I was like halfway through the video, I was already kind of dancing in my seat. But the project, like a trailer for this game is really professional looking. I liked it since the moment I saw it. It was very clean and very to the point, and it almost gets you like the rules of the game right away. You kind of know what you're gonna be doing in the game, and I really enjoy that because you know what you're gonna be getting right before getting the rule book and all those things. So I think it's a pretty neat project, and it's probably gonna be really fun.
Seems actually kind of complex too. It does say the ages are 12 plus. Maybe that's because of little tiny pieces that little kids could swallow, but it's probably more likely because it's has a little bit more complexity to the game, and also this is like a 60-minute game. This isn't a 10-minute Uno type of setup.
Yeah, it seems like a longer period of time for sitting, I guess. Yeah, they don't say that, but who cares? If it's good.
It does have a lot of fiddly bits. I'm watching the video preview by Tom Vassell, which is featured on the Kickstarter page. And yeah, there are a lot of little bits that could get lost under the couch and could be swallowed by your cat or child. But overall, I would say the game looks pretty cool. My impressions are not too different from what you guys have already said. I mean, the Kickstarter video is really charming and well made. Their campaign in general is just really well put together. Obviously did the research and they put a lot of work into it. I'm the type of person, not surprising, who really likes nice-looking stretch goals on the Kickstarter page. If they put in do the graphics, make it really clear to read, and same thing with the when they outline pledge levels. I really like it when people add in some graphics and make it look attractive. Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, Tom Basso did a paid preview of this. And I think that's gonna really give people a better idea of whether this game is gonna be their style, whether it's gonna be fit for playing with their gaming group or their family, introducing non-gamers to, or whatever, right? Tom Vassell usually goes into mega detail on these previews, so he's pretty much the king of board game coverage on the internet right now, I think. So if you're not too sure about it, check it out on his site. And yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of board games as well, although I don't play a lot of these more group-oriented, non-violent games. But just have to say, looks pretty cool. It doesn't have any combat. It's refreshing. It's all about sort of building robots, scrapping them, and reselling them for parts and making money. It's an economy game. I like those too. And this one looks like it could be pretty fun. And it's you can get a group of people, 2 to 4 players, and have a night of robotic. I don't know, trying to make a joke, but I failed.
No. Yeah.
Done.
Totally right on that one.
The only thing I would want to mention that I kind of disliked, I haven't purchased a whole bunch of board games. I have kind of the staples. I got Carcassonne. I got some of the other more cheaper Hasbro games. We're all kind of akin to playing trading card games. So I guess I'm not accustomed to spending what they're asking for about $47, $48, $49 range for a board game. It just seems, I guess it seems a little high.
Yeah, it's not that.
I don't know. I think that's about average for a board game with this many pieces and of this sort of
Mhm.
like production value. I was almost thinking it might go even higher, but when I saw that you could get in at $45, it's 46 now, I think. That's one of their early bird pledge levels. $46 or more, early bird reward. 2, receive 1 copy of Robots on the Line. Okay, so yeah, a regular price is 55. Yeah, so I would say it's about average. I mean, I've definitely seen board games that are bigger and more expensive than this, and yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
Am I totally
No, I don't think you are.
blank
I
on
guess
that?
I'm not personally used to spending that much on a board game. So I guess, and as far as I'm concerned, um, you're right. I side with you. I believe that you're right. That if board games if cost this much, then I feel like then I'd have got no problem with the price. It seems like a tough trigger to pull.
Yeah, for someone, if you don't play a lot of board games, and then you kind of get into board games and you realize how expensive they can get, it's like, whoa. You kind of don't expect that because most of the board games people grow up with are pretty cheap, simple games, you know. And then once you get into like the more complex, artisan flavored board games, then yeah, they can get up there in
Sorry,
price
what was
because
that
of
word?
how much detail is put into the pieces and everything. But
What was that? Artesian?
artisan, artisanal, I don't know. What's that word? You know, it's like you get like
Artisan.
artisan.
Artsy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dragons, guys.
Anyways, so like a quick one. Do you guys would back it up or not? You know, like even if you're not like a board game type of person, just by the look of it, would you give it a thumbs up or?
Well, I'm going to check out that playthrough that Clint just mentioned before I think I pull the trigger. But I think the artwork's so
Same
cool
here.
that,
Yeah.
you know, I like it.
It's not really appealing to me personally, from what I've seen so far. But I don't think it's bad.
Quinn?
Yeah, it looks good, but I just don't play enough of these multiplayer board games to justify it. If I do play board games, it's usually those card games which are more one-on-one. But I don't think they need our help. I think they're well on their way anyway. So
Yeah, if
Yeah.
people are interested. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just gonna say that they're pretty. They're doing pretty good on the money they're asking for, and they still have 23 days to go. So they have a little bit over 30,000 of the 40,000 they're asking. So they're definitely gonna get it, probably. Let's see. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good project. The way they presented was great. So that's it. They're probably gonna do it.